You miss them, don't you? Not just a little, but in a way that quietly takes over your whole day. It sits in your chest, heavy and constant, like something is missing. Even when you try to distract yourself, it finds its way back. You could be scrolling, watching something, talking to someone, and suddenly, they're in your mind again. And it's exhausting because no matter what you do, you can't seem to escape that feeling. It's like your heart hasn't accepted what your mind already knows. And that's what makes it hurt so much. Sometimes it's the smallest things that trigger it. A song you both liked, a random memory, a specific time of night. Or even nothing at all, just silence. And in that silence, they come back louder than ever. You start remembering their voice, their words, their presence. And for a moment, it feels like they're still a part of your life. Like maybe nothing really ended. But then reality hits again. And that contrast between memory and reality, that's where the pain really lives. You ask yourself questions you already know the answer to. Do they miss me? Do they think about me? Was I ever really that important to them? And those questions don't bring comfort. They just pull you deeper into overthinking. Because when someone is no longer there, your mind tries to fill the gaps with assumptions. Most of them painful, most of them unfair to you. But you still think about them anyway. Because letting go feels harder than holding on. But here's something you need to understand. You don't actually miss them the way you think you do. You miss the feeling they gave you. The attention, the closeness, the comfort of having someone. The version of yourself that existed when they were around. That feeling of being wanted, chosen, understood. That's what your heart is craving right now. Not necessarily the person themselves, but the emotions they made you feel. And that difference matters more than you realize. Right now, your mind is only showing you the highlights. The good memories, the soft moments, the laughter. It's replaying everything that felt right. But it's hiding everything that hurt you. The confusion, the mixed signals, the times you felt ignored. The moments where you questioned your worth. Your mind edits the story to protect you. But in doing that, it also traps you. Because you start missing a version that wasn't fully real. A version that only existed in pieces. You're not missing reality. You're missing a memory that feels safer than the truth. Because the truth includes pain, and your heart avoids that. So it clings to what felt good instead. And that's why it feels so intense. Because memories don't argue, they don't hurt back. They just exist in a perfect, frozen way. But real people are not like that. Real relationships are messy, complicated, imperfect. And deep down, you already know that. I know it feels like they were different. Like they understood you in a way no one else ever did. Like you won't find that kind of connection again. But that's not entirely true. They weren't the only person capable of understanding you. They were just the one who got close enough. The one you allowed to see that side of you. And when someone becomes that important, losing them feels like losing a part of yourself. But you didn't lose yourself. You just forgot where you are. You made them a big part of your world. Your routine, your thoughts, your emotional space. You got used to their presence. And now their absence feels unnatural. Like something is constantly off. But that doesn't mean they were meant to stay forever. It just means you got attached. And attachment can feel like love, even when it's not healthy or stable. That's why it's so hard to let go. Here's the truth that might hurt a little. If they were truly right for you, you wouldn't be sitting here trying to heal from them. You wouldn't feel this confused, this strained. Real love doesn't leave you questioning your value. It doesn't make you feel like you're too much or not enough. It doesn't disappear and leave you picking up the pieces. And I know that's hard to accept. Because part of you still wants it to be them. But sometimes it just isn't. You've placed your happiness in someone else's hands. And now that they're gone, it feels like everything collapsed. But your happiness was never supposed to depend on them. It came from you, it always did. They just made you feel it more intensely. And now you're learning how to feel it on your own again. That's the uncomfortable part. That's the part that feels empty and confusing. But it's also the part where you grow the most. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Missing them doesn't mean you should go back. It just means you're human. It means you loved, you cared, you felt deeply. And that's not something to be ashamed of. But you also have to protect yourself. You can't keep reopening a door that already hurt you. You can't keep choosing someone who didn't choose you the same way. Because every time you do, you lose a little more of yourself. And you deserve better than that. And one day, this feeling will change. Slowly, quietly, without you even noticing at first. You'll think of them, and it won't hurt the same way. It won't feel like something is missing anymore. It'll just be a memory, nothing more. A chapter you once lived through, not something you're still stuck in. And on that day, you'll realize something important. You didn't need them to be okay. You just needed to find your way back to yourself.